Fly fishing guidebooks. Talked about them before in the book reviews. We're talking about them again. But today it's with an eye towards the range of guidebooks that are out there, those that introduce you to fisheries and those that help you become intimately aware with fisheries. We'll talk about 3 books that do just those things today on Casting Across. Hi, I'm Matthew of castingacross.com, where I explore the quarry and culture of fly fishing. I love guidebooks. I've got so many guidebooks upstairs, places that I fish that I absolutely love and know very well. I mean, the kind of places where if I had a few months and I, had some time, I could probably write a guidebook myself about those places. But then I also have guidebooks about places that I have not fished and I don't have any plans to fish in the near future. I'm just fascinated, compelled by them because of the nature of the fishery or the historical place that river holds in fly fishing. But of course, fly fishing guidebooks are often purchased so that people can become aware of where to go and how to fish when you get there. And today we're going to talk about 3 different books that represent kind of 3 scopes or 3 perspectives within fly fishing. So without further ado, first one, 50 Best Places Fly Fishing in the Northeast by Bob Mallard. This is from Stonefly Press. This came out in, I believe, 2015. So this book is 10 years old, but this is a great survey of not only the New England states, but also Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. So this would be the kind of book that if you live dead center in one of these states, it would give you an idea of the angling opportunities that are around you. If you live in like Ohio or Virginia, and you wanted to see what was in the northeastern part of the country, this would give you a wonderful overview of that topic. This is the kind of thing that if you're a beginner, it's going to give you some broad level information about rivers that you might not easily find out about, or the kind of rivers that everyone knows about. But if you're new in fly fishing, now you're going to get a little bit of a leg up. You're going to have maps, going to have rough ideas of when the fishing is good, and some general approaches. It's a wonderful resource. This particular book is great, big, full color photography and conversations from local anglers that Mallard records and passes on to you. So this is a great book. But of course, you can get more specific, and that's where a book like Fly Fisher's Guide to Northern New England comes in. Now, this one is even older. This one came out in 2007. And so this is a more specific book to the 3 northern New England states of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. So you're going to have 50 waters here. It's limited in that respect. It's also limited in the fact that it's covering not just the New England states, but 3 other states. Here you have much greater detail. So the production value, if you will, is a little bit lower as well. So there's maps, there's hatch charts, there's all the essential information, and then there's more, greater descriptions. So you're going to get lesser known waters in a book like this, which it doesn't necessarily behoove you to go and fish these if you are making a destination trip. But if you live in one of these states, it's going to acquaint you with waters that may be closer to you that aren't as popular and give you a leg up on exploring those rivers. So this is a great book. Again, 2007. There's an updated Fly Fisher's Guide to New England. It's actually a little bit more like this book. That's definitely worth pursuing. But this came out by Steve Hickhoff and Ray Plumley. The Fly Fisher's Guide series was one of the books that I have really come to enjoy when I became a fly fisher a long time ago. Their books on Virginia and Pennsylvania were some of the first ones that I purchased. I remember buying this particular book right before I moved up here. I moved up in 2010, so this revision it came out right before I moved up here. So you can go from regional to kind of semi-regional. Then there's state books. In fact, Bob Mallard has a great book on Maine. There's a really good book that I'll probably talk about sometime in the future about New Hampshire's lesser known waters. But you can even go more specific. So if this is kind of introducing you to fishing, this is kind of dialing you in on where to go, then a book like this, Fly Fishing Guide to the Battenkill by Doug Lyons, came out by Stackpole. This is relatively new. This came out in 2023. This is a way to become intimately familiar with a river in as much as you can without being on it on a regular basis. So this book is really cool. So this gives you a pool by pool guide to fly fishing the Battenkill, this famous stream in southern Vermont. But then the second half of it talks about the history of the stream. It talks about some of the cultural impacts the stream has had. As you probably know, Orvis is right there. The American Museum of Fly Fishing is right there. It's seen a lot of fly fishing history. It talks about techniques, it talks about fly patterns, and it talks about the conservation work that has gone into a river like this. Now, even though I fly fish the Battenkill every once in a while, being in southern New Hampshire, even if I didn't live here and fish this river, this would be a book I'd love to own because of, again, the historical significance and impact of this fishery, of this river, and the part that it plays. That's why I own books about rivers that I probably am not going to fish out west anytime in the near future because they hold a similar place. But what this illustrates is how you can go from kind of broadest to intermediate to most specific. And there's usually guidebooks that are going to cover anywhere you live. I mean, I have guidebooks, again, to, Texas, Washington State, other countries, and they all have their place. Now, one little disclaimer, and I've mentioned this before, 2023, already outdated in some senses. Why? Rivers change. You have floods, you have high water, you have landowners changing what they're allowing anglers to do, you have states changing their regulations. And so certainly, whether it be 2023 or 2007, you're going to want to check updated regulations as well as access. And that's where the internet really is your friend. This is going to give you something static, something that is done with editorial review, whereas what a fly shop post or a message board post is going to be a little bit more dynamic, but at the same time, it's not going to have the same sort of oversight that a quality book has. So that's the little review that I like to throw out there when I talk about fly fishing guidebooks. So wherever you fish, wherever you live, you can find books like this. And I would encourage you to collect them. And then even if they are old, hang on to them. They do still have value. Do you have a favorite guidebook? Let me know in the comments below. Then head over to castingacross.com for 3 posts a week on the people, place, and things that go in the pursuit of fish.